Okay guys, camera died after a little bit. We got all the blocks in. They look pretty good. These ones are still loose because I want to make the tranny mount and get that kind of centered first before we decide where these are going to be, because I should have got bolts that fit into these holes and then kept these bushings kind of the same, but this was easier, and then I thought I could center this, but we still are going to do this way. Okay guys, and that is her. She looks fantastic. We're gonna also do the sides here in black. I was gonna do the color of the truck, but it's getting a little more expensive. That not rock guard, but that undercoat is cheaper, so we're gonna do that. But we're gonna take a little break from that, and I just went to Canadian Tire and got myself some blue to match the springs. We're gonna do the calipers blue and then the drums blue. Got the drums out here. I'm gonna give them a little wire wheel and then clean them off, and yeah, they're going blue. First coat looking not too bad. Here's the coil to compare. It's pretty freaking close. Okay, so we got 2 coats on all the stuff out there, and then we got a coat on this one front caliper, and then we just taken this one apart, and then we're gonna get some paint on that one as well. Okay, now that we got these on, we're gonna switch back to doing this. We're gonna take the battery out, clean that off, make sure there's no dirt, and then yeah, start spraying again. Alrighty, so we got all the undercoat done, except back here. We're gonna do this black. I don't know, I might even just rattle can that black. We'll see. Not sure yet. But yeah, turned out freaking awesome. The drums look great. You can see the blue calipers in there. See them a little, oh, the lighting's kind of bad. But you can see them in there. Blue springs. It's looking good. Front tires are on the ground now. We got some good ground clearance now. That's freaking awesome. But yeah, so today we're gonna get the rear lift blocks done. We're gonna cut them, put them in. So I already undid the one side here. So basically there's a hole in the diff side of things, like the axle, and then there's a little bolt end in the top. So we're going to make the block have a hole in this end. Well, there's going to be a hole in both ends, and then we're going to put a tiny bolt in it, so that will be our centering bolt for that, and just make sure that, yeah, and then boom, there's our little lift block. And then we should be all level with our lift. All our drive angles are going to be good. And oh, we're gonna make the tranny mount now. We got a new welder. Bingo. So yeah, we're gonna make that work now. Okay, so after some drilling and monkeying around, we put a bolt, like how we were saying, we put a bolt through there, double nutted it, and then that's going to be our little pilot, and then it's got a hole for the leaf spring side of things, and they'll just pop right on in there. They'll just go in there.
Over to the other side.
You can see just goes right on in there. Oh, there's bad shadow right now. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Tomorrow's a new day. We'll have these in and painted, because they gotta get painted. Alright, so the next day, blocks are painted, and yeah, we're gonna slap them in real quick here. Get those buttoned up, so that portion's done, and then we'll work on the tranny mount. Get that buttoned up, and then we're still figuring out the steering shaft. But that's okay. We'll get that figured out very shortly. Okay guys, and that is the blocks in. We had to cut the U-bolts because they were a little bit too long, but now they're alright. There was a few other things we had to do. This brake line was at full extent, so what we did, this was bent up, we just bent it down. And then we're also going to make a little drop bracket for the diff locker vacuum hoses. We're just going to drop that down, like, I guess we essentially could do 4 inches, but we might only do like 2, we'll see. Just to get this a little more slack. Like, this is at full drop, like nothing's holding the diff kind of deal, and it's like at its full extent. Same with this brake line, like I might even bend this a little bit more just as we're talking about it. And then this line, it's okay, it's out of the way. The suspension's not going to hit it or anything, so we're good there. Now I think it's the transmission mount time.